Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Spiritual Journey podcast. This is the monthly episode I do where I channel a message through the Akashic Records. I always love starting the podcast by saying thank you. I feel so very much guided by this podcast. I started it to guide people on the spiritual journey, to really help simplify spirituality. You know the story. I was guided to start the podcast through the records. And I call it Spiritual Journey after my spiritual mentor is no longer with us on this realm, but she's one of my guides called Cedra Jeffries. So her initials are SJ, and the podcast initials are Spiritual Journey. So I feel so very blessed with how many people the podcast touches, how many people listen. It just feels so very much guided. So thank you for all the messages. And I really feel very, very blessed. So this month's episode, if you haven't heard a previous monthly episode, is what I do is I open the Akashic Records and I channel a message for the collective. The Akashic Records are a record of everything your soul's been through. Current life, past life, parallel life, future life, everything about you is stored in the records. And when you get a personal reading, the way I do it is I connect with your guides and I channel a message through your guides who have full access to your records, and I channel a message for you. It's not always what you want to hear, but it's always what you need to hear. Always filled with love because you guys love you, right? And in many ways, I'm a vessel for that message. I don't filter the message. I don't think about the message. Whatever comes through, comes through. And yes, it's such a beautiful process. I also offer a joint reading with Stacey Brown, who's normally the co-host on this podcast. So you get a reading from a divine feminine and divine masculine. It's a unique experience. I'm not sure anyone else does the same. So today is going to be a little different. It's going to be a message for the collective. And so what I mean by that is really, I'm going to channel a message for anyone that's listening to the podcast. And when you hear that, you may think, well, hold on, maybe it's not meant for me. If you're listening to this podcast, if you're here listening, then be open to the message being for you. Because ultimately our guides send messages through so many different ways. And so be open to something through my words, but also through your own intuition coming through. I will open the records, so the records will be open. So it means that part of my intention would be for you to feel your guides around you, to feel how loved you are. So be open to receiving that message through my words, but also through your own intuition. I always recommend setting an intention or asking a question and let go of how your answers are going to come through, because sometimes, we ask a question and we don't always get the answer straight away. And we're like, I told you, I knew it. Doesn't help or serve anything for you to test in that sort of way. Be open to receiving magic. And if you're really open to receiving magic, it may come in so many different forms. So the process I'm going to follow, I'll do a quick white light cleanse. I'll say a prayer to open the records. I will channel a message, and then I'll close the records. I will come back just to close this out afterwards. And if you're in a position to, please close your eyes and just receive. But also, if you're out in nature, then just be present. Obviously, if you're driving in that situation, then please keep your eyes open and concentrate. But wherever you are, just open your heart and truly just listen to whatever's coming through. And allow yourself, as I open the records, to feel the love around you. Feel the love from your guides. And so, we're going to start. So this is the Akashic message for September. If you're in a position to, please close your eyes. And just imagine and visualize a beautiful white light just above the top of your head. It's so vibrant, it's so full of love. And just visualize that light coming into you through your crown, which is the top of your head. And washing over you like a wave, going all the way from the top of your head to your feet. From your crown to your third eye, which is your forehead, to your throat, to your heart, to your stomach, solar sacral base, to your feet, to your legs, your feet, your arms, your hands. Feel every part of you being completely filled with this beautiful white light. Feel the light extending outside of your body and cleansing your aura. From here, feel your connection to Gaia, to Mother Earth. Feel her holding you in her arms and loving you unconditionally. Feel your connection to God, to Source. Feel His unconditional love for you. Feel the love around you from your guides, your higher self, the universe, from your ancestors, past lives, loved ones that are no longer in this realm. Allow yourself to feel that love. From this space, I call in all our guides, all ascended beings, all archangels, any ancestors or past lives that are here to serve us. I call you all in to open our hearts. I ask you to magnify your energy so we feel your love, we feel your energy. I ask us to open our hearts and truly be open to receive. Always remember you're needed, you're wanted. This is your time. You chose to be here. And from this space, we're ready to open your records. We gather together in light, we gather together in love, we gather together in knowing the message from above. Through the Akashic Records, we understand their greatness. Through the Akashic Records, we understand their wisdom. Through the Akashic Records, we understand what's there. This prayer will help us deliver us there. I wish to know the collective in the light of the Akashic Records. Help me to see the collective through the light of the Akashic Records. I wish to know the collective in the light of the Akashic Records. Bring me to feel the collective through the light of the Akashic Records. I wish to know the collective in the light of the Akashic Records. Help me to see the collective through the light of the Akashic Records. Bring me to feel the collective through the light of the Akashic Records. And now the Akashic Records are open. I invite all of our guides, our soul families, any ascended masters, any archangels, any high-level beings, any ancestors or past lives that are here to support us. I ask you to form a circle around us to guide us through this process. I honor you with love and compassion. I honor you with love and compassion. I honor you with love and compassion. We thank you for being here. We're so proud of everything you've done. We want to remind you that you got through. You did it. We know it's been difficult. We know it's been intense. We know you've been going through it. And we want to congratulate you because you're so strong. And you may not feel it. And yes, all of you are at different stages of this journey. But all of you have been going through a lot of things. In many ways, it's been a mass rebirth. And you chose to be here. So everything you've been through, in some way, it's your soul's journey. So your soul chose everything you've been through. We get this may be hard to accept and to understand, especially if you have a challenging period, a challenging life. But you chose to come to this life to heal so much karma, to heal your own personal ancestral karma. And you've grown so much through this period. So as we start this message, we want to congratulate you. We want to celebrate you. Just take a moment just to feel the love around you, to feel the love inside you. Know that you are supported. We are entering into a new season. Energetically, we've been moving into, and we are in the age of the feminine, which is why for many of you are feeling different inside. For many of you, this has caused a crisis of identity. You're not sure who you are. When we move into the age of the feminine, it's all about your gifts. It's all about spirituality. It's all about your heart. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female. We all have masculine and feminine energy in us. So it is time to embrace the feminine, but also don't forget the masculine. Because for many of them, the masculine side is in crisis and is causing an identity crisis. And like we said, for many, this period has meant a rebirth. And what does a rebirth look like? Every part of you, every facet of you is being challenged. It's being released. so a new version of you can be born. So this month, as we enter into this period, it really is about renewal. It's an opportunity for you to renew you, to embrace this new version of you, to allow this new version of you to be born. As we said, so many of you are going through a rebirth and you're at different stages. But know when you're going through a rebirth, you're being very protected, which means for many of you, your friend circle has gotten smaller. But also means the things you used to do don't excite you anymore. You feel different. So when you're going through rebirth, protect your energy. You are being protected by your guides. But be careful about who you allow into your vibration, what you watch, what you listen to, what you eat. Be kind to yourself. Because this is a phase of renewal, rebirth, reset. And the more that you fight it, the harder it's going to be. The more that you let go and truly just ride the wave and just accept this new version of you. Accept you can't control what's coming next. Accept the only thing you can really control is this moment, and feel the magic around you in this moment. For so many of you, you can feel the change. You can feel things shifting, and you know that things are going to be different, and you want to know, right? You really want to know. You're not meant to know. But as we talk about rebirth, as we talk about renewal, we also need to talk about death. And what we mean is the death of your old soul. Not your old soul, your old being, your old human self. Your soul will continue. It's the death of the old you. Celebrate the old you. He or she has made you who you are today. Has brought you to this phase of your life. Of course you love him or her, so you should. Maybe there's parts you don't like, maybe there's parts you're angry about. Let it all go. Let the old version of you die. And that may sound dramatic, but it is important that you let go. Because so many of you are trying to embrace the new, but you're still holding on to the old version of you. It is scary because if you let go of that version of you, what's going to come next? We understand, we get that. But you're not meant to know what's coming next. Know that everybody is going through it. But so many of you feel like you're on your own. You feel like nobody understands. And that's true. You are on your unique journey. But know that everybody's going through something, so you're not alone. This is a planned mass upgrade. So it means that everybody's being challenged. Everybody has a choice. Do they embrace the new version? Do they embrace this new version, this new time that we're going into? Some people call it third dimension, fifth dimension. Everybody has a choice. We're not here to force anybody down a path. But this time has been predicted by many. And if you listen to this, it means you're a light worker. Your energy, your vibration is needed at this time. But it's needed for you first. This is a period where you have to fiercely put you forward first. Stand in your power. Your gifts are being activated. And for many of you listening, you're going to say, I don't have any gifts. Know that your energy, your aura, your vibration on its own is a gift. As you sit, be present in your heart. Feel the power of who you are. Feel the strength of who you are. Use your intuitive ability. Feel the other people's energies. What do you feel? What do you feel connected to? Accept this version of you. This period we're in, and we've just been, is all about increasing your awareness. Increasing your awareness of who you are. In many ways, at who you are at a soul level as well as a human level. For many of you, that awareness has made you feel uncomfortable. It's shone a light on parts of you that you don't like. But the next stage after awareness is always acceptance. So this is a phase where you have to accept this version of you. Truly love this version of you. Allow this version of you to be born and to shine. And celebrate. This is an opportunity to reset, renew. And as we repeat, you chose to be here. For many of you, there's an internal struggle because at some level, your spiritual body hasn't always been in your physical body. At some level, you never felt like you belonged. But as we've told you before, you're not meant to belong. You're meant to do something that's never been done before. You're shining a light. We're going into a phase that this planet, this race, this realm has never been in. So you're meant to feel uncomfortable. You're meant to feel like you don't belong. But as we speak to you now, please hear, you chose to be here. As a soul, you chose to be here. You are needed. You're wanted. This is a time to get excited about what's coming next. To be free. For many of you, this means your human skills that you've learned in many ways may hold you back. So embrace the heart. Switch from the head to the heart and start. When you're trying to make a decision, when you feel something, check in with your heart. How do you feel about something? Instead of how do you think about something, how do you feel? Start to activate the message of feeling, activate the message of the heart. The crisis you feel, the uncomfortable nature you feel, it is all part of your journey. Embrace it. Change is the hardest thing for humanity. And I'm sure many of you listening are saying, I love change. And you may love change, but does it make you feel uncomfortable? Or do you only love change when you truly see it coming, or you can control it? Just naturally, change is uncomfortable because we like routine. Our ego likes routine. What we're going into isn't about routine. It's all newness. It's all different. Just sit and watch things happening on the planet. There is so much change. There is so much pain. This is what a rebirth, a transition change looks like. But through this phase, we're receiving so much more love, so much more support if we're open to it. We have to remember that our guides can only help us if we ask. So it is a time for us to ask for support, but be open to what that support looks like. Know that you're a soul having a human experience. If you're holding on to yourself, if you're old self, if you're not letting old cycles go, then our guides can nudge us and push us. But you have to let the old version of you go. You have to let go of the people that are no longer serving you. It's up to you. You have free will. And for so many of you, you're waiting for whatever's next. I'm going to wait. I can feel change coming. I'm going to wait. It's not an option. You have to embrace the moment now. What are you waiting for? Life is not about tomorrow. Life is not about what's coming in a year's time. Life is not about waiting. Life is all about this moment. So if you think you have a choice where you're just going to ride this storm out, that's not going to work because the storm is just going to continue. Whereas if you can truly accept this version of you, fall in love with this version of you, accept that the only control you have is this moment. We're not saying life will then be easy. It'll be more ease and grace. Because there's still an expansive period. Even if you're going through rebirth, it's expansive. You're releasing so much karma, and you already have released a lot of karma. For some of you, you'll feel the rebirth. You'll feel the sunrise. You'll feel it in your heart. You'll feel euphoric. Others, you're at a different stage, but it's okay. You are perfect, and you're exactly where you are meant to be. Nothing is missing. Treat this period with kindness. Treat this period with love. Know that Everything you're going through is for a reason. It could be because you need to release that karma. It could also be because your soul chose to go through so you can guide others to not feel the pain at the same level. You can teach others how to transition and become the best and the highest version of themselves. Everybody has a role to play. Nobody is any more or less important than anybody else. Everybody has an equal role. There's so much change coming. There is so much change coming on the planet. But don't be scared. Embrace it. Control on the human realm is really an illusion. Just look at the last few years. How much control have you had? But know that that's not a bad thing. You can truly focus on this moment. You can feel the joy and the beauty and focus on the parts that you're grateful for in this moment. When you do that, the next moment becomes even better. And the moment that after that is even better. So this time is really about you embracing you. This time is about you embracing the moment and letting go of the old version of you. So much training, so much experience, so much on the masculine side. But you're learning new skills. Your gifts are going to come from a different perspective. They're not going to come from your head. Of course, you need balance. Ego gets a bad rap. You need head and the heart is just as equally as important. Ego is not a bad thing. It's just trying to keep you safe. It doesn't want you to change. And that's why when you get an intuitive message and you want to change, the ego steps in. It wants to keep you safe. Talk to your ego. Let your ego know that you don't need to be safe. Embrace this version of you. But as always, we tell you, your self-care routine at this time is so important. Remember to look after your physical body. It's the vessel for your soul. But spend time in nature, spend time being, spend time in meditation. Get used to being and spending time with you. If you're uncomfortable spending time by yourself, it means there's stuff inside you that's ready to be healed that makes you feel uncomfortable. So be comfortable being in your own energy and your own vibration. Be used to that energy, that vibration. It doesn't mean you don't go in groups and you don't have friends and you don't meet with community. But you need to also be comfortable in your own vibration, in your own energy. And sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need to spend time away from your home because the ego is strongest there to just be with you. Which is why when you go away on holiday, which is why you feel different. And maybe not all of you can go away on holiday, but you can go and spend a couple hours in the park and just be present. This really is an expansive phase, and it really is a phase where the more that you can be present in your heart, that allows you to respond rather than react. Everybody's going through something. So again, as you activate your empathic abilities and as you truly feel the energy inside you and around you, know and feel what other people are going through and treat other people with kindness, with love. But again, don't take on their energy. So send love out. Connect with people's energies and vibrations and activate your gifts. But also at the same time, don't take on their trauma, their energy. Ask your guides to release anything that doesn't serve you, anything that's not yours. Ask it to be returned to source and release with ease and grace. And in this moment, I ask for that. I ask for anyone that's listening to this, anything that's not yours, anything that you've been holding on to, anything that's attached to you that is not serving you. I call on our guides, all the archangels, especially Archangel Michael, to return all these elements to source. Any relationships that are not serving us, that are done, I ask Archangel Michael to cut the ties. I ask our guides to cut the ties. This really is a period of death and rebirth. And that might feel and sound scary. But the more that you can be in acceptance, the easier it'll be. And this really is a time of excitement. This really is a time of just renewal. We're entering into a new season. And transition causes unrest. But know that everybody, as we said, is just as important as everybody else. So as you shine your light, as you put you at the center of your world, your light, your vibration becomes so much brighter. As you do the self-care, as you do the journaling, as you truly focus on you inside you and feel who you are, feel the power of who you are, that's when you can embrace this journey. For some of you, your destiny, your gifts scare you and you're playing small. Make a decision to no longer play small. Make a decision to put you at the center of your world. Create a self-care routine and shine your light so everybody can see it. Shine your light for you. If you're holding on to relationships, ask, challenge, is my soul contract with this person complete? If it is, then challenge yourself. We know there's a human journey, of course there is. But once you make the decision to stand in your power, do not give your power away. That's when you truly stand in your power. That's when you truly start to release the things that are no longer serving you. Embrace this phase, embrace this version of you. Whatever the question, the answer is always love. You are love. You are love. You are needed. Your gifts are being activated. If you're being challenged, it's because you have the power to truly rise. We will never give you anything you can't handle. So if you're going through a challenging phase, it's because you're strong. You're strong beyond measure. For some of you, you're not speaking your truth. We feel it in our throat. Find the areas where you're not speaking your truth. But speak your truth with kindness. It's not about being angry. Speak with love, but speak with truth. Find platforms to share your story. Find platforms to truly inspire others as you inspire yourself. Activate the healer in you, because when you heal others, you heal yourself. This is a phase to truly embrace you. Be born, be bright. Rise out of the ashes like a phoenix. This is your time. We love you very much. This message is complete. I give gratitude to the collective for entering the records. I give gratitude to the pinnacle for leading the way. I give gratitude to the space for the comfort and love. I give gratitude to the collective's higher self for leading us here, for guiding us here. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. As you come back and as you feel present, if you have drinking water with you, please drink it. Just allow yourself to come back. Allow yourself to be. I was just taking a moment to drink water myself. Felt like a powerful message. It felt like a message of power, rebirth, and the old version of you dying. It feels like a consistent message that's been coming over the last few months. Treat yourself with kindness. Treat yourself with love. You're more powerful than you know. Even though I've closed the records, it feels like they're still open. If you want a reading, if you want some personal guidance, please do reach out. If this message resonated, if it affected you in any way, please do reach out. I love hearing those messages. I love what you got from the message. Please do let me know. I love, love, love what I get to do. I get to guide people to truly shine their light, to release their programming. I do this through the mentorship program I have. I also, as I said earlier, I read Akashic Records. So if you're ready for a reading, then reach out. Let me know. If you want to be trained on how to read the Akashic Records. I love guiding people to the records. I truly believe that we all have the ability to connect with the records in many ways. We all probably have touched the records in some kind of way, whether you listen to a meditation, a guided meditation, whether you trusted your intuition, whether you've channeled a message. I feel in some way you've connected with the records. So please do reach out if I can help in any way. Like I said, I love what I get to do. I love opening people's records. It's like you giving me access to your soul. It's such a beautiful feeling. And even, when I do the group reading like today, I feel all your guides. I feel so much love coming from the universe. So my wish for you today is you truly, truly felt that love. I hope you did. And I am sending you so much love and light. And if I could wish one thing for you today, and that'd be do something for you. Whatever that may look like, spend some time in nature. Do some self-care. Whatever that is, spend time with a loved one. Make a phone call to somebody you haven't spoken to in a while and just do something that makes you laugh, something that makes you cry. Crying's so spiritual, it's so healing. Why do so many of us not cry? And somehow it makes us feel strong. It doesn't make you strong. I'm sending you so much love and light. Thank you, thank you, thank you for listening to this podcast, allowing me to open the collective records and share a message with you. I'm feeling very, very blessed and sending so much love and light. Bye for now.